Hello, my name is Becca Schrog, and this is my public communication piece for my Capstone Project. For my project, I worked with the Elkhart County Food Council. Elkhart County is located in Indiana, and there's over 207,000 people living within the county. Of those, 10% are living below the poverty rate. 7.7% of the population uses food stamps, or SNAP, in order to afford food. 54% of the money given to SNAP users are used. That means 46% of the assistance given out is left unused. Part of why I wanted to conduct this research is because I grew up in Goshen and have worked at Maple City Market, a small grocery co-op, for the last 4 or 5 years. And it has been interesting to see how certain people can afford the fresh local produce and others cannot. Working with the Elkhart County Food Council, they are focused on food access, health and food education, as well as production and food economics. Their mission is a collaborative approach facilitating the development of a more sustainable food system that improves food quality and food security for all. The way we work together is that I presented what I wanted to work on at the very beginning of Capstone 1. They then gave some direction as to how it might play with their goals as well. Since then, we have held weekly Zoom calls that have included going over my research, then looking over the surveys, as well as planning the event. By working together, our goals were to increase SNAP remittance rates, increase food security, and get fresh produce into more hands. For my project, I conducted 2 main surveys. The first survey was with farmers. The goal of these surveys was to better understand which farmers accept SNAP and what barriers they're experiencing to expand access. The second survey was conducted with food banks. And what I wanted to learn was how to extend the shelf life of their donations, as well as how to increase the fresh donations that they're receiving. Some takeaways from the farmers survey include that more farmers markets need to sign up for SNAP and the Double Up program. Currently, only 1 farmers market within the county accepts SNAP, and this is a very easy way for farmers to be able to accept food stamps without having to sign up for a USDA account. The second suggestion is to host educational workshops to sign direct marketers up for SNAP. So for those farmers who may have farm stands or are at different farmers markets, this is a great way for them to be able to accept food stamps, and it takes less time than if a farmer is signing themselves up. The third suggestion is to connect farmers with other opportunities to expand their audience. This is to meet the gap between people who are on government assistance and those that don't meet the criteria but still do not have the finances to afford fresh local produce. Some of these suggestions include planting a row, gleaning, paying it forward, pay what you can pricing, sliding scales, and more. Some of the outcomes from the food bank survey is to create a comprehensive list of all food pantries. This must include location, hours of operation, and any requirements to receive aid. Currently, there is no comprehensive list of food pantries within Elkhart County, and so creating one would be low-hanging fruit. The second suggestion is to increase cold storage at food pantries. This can be done through donations from grocery stores who are upgrading their equipment, or donations from restaurants who are either going out of business or upgrading their equipment as well. A third option to increase cold storage is for the Elkhart County Food Council to provide grants for CoolBot technology. And CoolBot technology is a low-tech device that allows insulated rooms to be turned into food cold storage. The third suggestion is to reduce food waste, and there are 2 ways to do this. The first one is to increase cold storage, and the second one is to connect pantries with livestock owners so that food isn't being thrown in the dumpster. For the public communication piece, there are 3 main members of my audience, and those include farmers, food banks, and farmers markets. The media types that I chose to use for my public communication include a story map, an interactive map, and an educational and networking event. The story map is meant to be used as a resource for farmers to figure out how to sign up for SNAP, as well as other methods to reach people who are not eligible for SNAP. The interactive map is meant for farmers to be able to use as a resource to find food pantries in the county and look up their contact information, address, and hours that they accept donations. The educational and networking event was meant to connect farmers and food pantries to increase the amount of fresh donations to food pantries. I also did a few Facebook posts in order to promote the event, and those 2 posts had over 250 views with 60 engagements. At the informational and networking event, we had 50 attendees, not including the Elkhart County Food Council members. The story map will be posted to the Elkhart County Food Council website, so while there's currently no traction on it or views, there will be shortly. And the interactive map has had a lot of questions about it and hoping to expand it to other counties. So the goal for that is to have a lot of impact and people viewing that. The outcomes from the public communication piece and the networking event is that the first step for the Elkhart County Food Council is to get SNAP accepted at more farmers markets. As I said, only one farmers market currently accepts SNAP vouchers, and there are at least 5 farmers markets in the county, and so getting more farmers markets to accept SNAP can expand access. The second outcome is for the Elkhart County Food Council to become a certified nonprofit. They're currently housed under the health department and are considered county government. However, once they become a nonprofit, they can apply for grants and then apply those grants to food pantries or farmers and help spread resources around. The third outcome is that we need to study and provide food access for people in the gap. And what that means is people who are ineligible for SNAP, but also are not able to make it to a farmer's market. A lot of my research focused on farmers at farmers markets or farmers accepting SNAP at farmers markets. And there needs to be more information about people who are unable to get to farmers markets or when farmers markets only last a few months of the year. Thank you.